better.
Yeah? Saying, go get some garlic if you don't want colds. But the problem is, if you say that and you're wrong, then you've committed a type 1 error. How about type 2?
You just eat garlic.
You say it again?
You've just eaten garlic.
Well, yeah, which may have other health benefits, who knows?
Yeah,
That would be a health benefit.
might have just had a lot
If you want to be alone. Right. I've been told for years that the reason mosquitoes, I mean, on the East Coast, mosquitoes are a huge problem. I never had a problem with them, ever. Just leave me alone. But I used to consume mass amounts of garlic, being Italian. A lot of my friends didn't, and their theory was, oh, the garlic's just leaking through your skin, which my aunt always used to say that too. I can smell it on you. I had it like 3 days ago. So, I don't know, there's a theory you can test right there. Are mosquitoes turned off by garlic? No, I don't think mosquitoes can smell. But anyway, what's a type 2?
Doesn't lower.
Yes! When it might, you missed it. Now, we are not going to make that. I can almost promise we're not going to have a type 2 possibility. Based on our data is so wildly variant from equal. I think we're going to get significance. Because I think our sample size is large enough to see it. Let's run it. Let's run this bad boy. You can see that yet. So now all you got to do is you got to find the 2 prop Z test, which is right there under 1. And it looks almost as simple as the 1 prop Z. Almost as simple. Except you've got 2 data sets you have to run through. That's all. You've got your garlic and you've got your placebo. And the garlic was 24 out of 72. Oops. I forget what the other one was.
65 out of 70.
Yep, 65 out of 74. All right. And we're trying to see if the garlic is less than the non-garlic. And unless our margin of error is, oh, it's not. Yep. It's coming up with 0. That's how far away it is. 6, almost 7 standard deviations away. So here's your placebo group. Here's the Gesundheit. Here's the P1 equals P2. That's 0. The further left we get of that, the more it's looking like the garlic group is getting fewer colds than the non-garlic groups. We are 6.7 standard deviations away, which essentially means there's your garlic curve. Assuming that our data wasn't deviant in some crazy way. So it sure looks like the garlic kids have fewer colds than the non-garlic kids. It sure looks like that. It sure looks like that, yeah.
What's the third adults?
Okay, adults. Uh-huh.
It is just here.
Turn your plots off. You probably got plots turned on. I'm guessing Y1. Not sure why you put. Got any plots highlighted? You don't? Let me see what you got. That's usually the go-to error. Oh, you have 72 there. There's 0, that's 72. These are extraordinarily simple tests. There's no data to check. Nothing to look at. We can't graph them because you can't graph proportions. You can't have outliers when you're testing for proportions. Either you have or don't have. Now, you can question what have means.
Yeah.
What's a cold? You can question that, yeah? Was this a self-reported? Was it self-reported? Maybe. And if it was self-reported, watch that. Be careful with self-reported studies. Okay, be careful with self-reported studies. But as far as, well, assuming the definitions are fine, there's nothing to check. It's 24 out of 72 versus 65 over 74. And that's it.
Wouldn't it be more interesting to have, like, severity?
As long as you define it well, yes, I agree. As long as you define it well, absolutely. The trick is, can you define it well? And I don't know what a cold is. I mean, you kind of know, it's kind of one of those things you know when you have it, but you don't know when it started. You don't tickle. Tickle. But how many of you had a tickle and 1 day later it's gone? And then sometimes you have a tickle and then 3 days later you feel worse than you did 1 day ago. I mean, that's the severity, but the severity would then switch over to a t-test. Because now you've got 0 and up versus 0 and 1. That makes sense? Now speaking of placebos, I couldn't resist this one. Let's just do it. We got time. We'll do one more test here and then we'll call it a day.